Hello everyone, so thanks very much for tuning in. So this is Digital Armour and I am Tim off camera, and I thought I'd make a hobby progress video. So it's been a short while since my last video about starting a craftworld army, and I thought I'd show you where I was at. If you follow me over on Instagram, you can see photos of me buying boxes of models, but I thought it was time to actually show you some of the progress I've made. So I've built pretty much all of this over the past couple of weeks. I have been on furlough and I'm going back to work tomorrow. So yes, progress will slow down now, but I wanted to show you sort of what I've been up to. So for my HQs, I'm running Jane'sar because it's a new model. So I've built this and you can see the video for Jane'sar up here in the top corner if you want to go and check that out. A bit of a lore video, unboxing and a build. And I'm going to have to keep on pressing the focus. But yeah, absolutely stunning model. So built and primed in white, but yet to start any painting on her. But absolutely stunning model. Ashuman is not a new sculpt. He is an old sculpt, but it is such a nostalgic model for me. I had to go for it, but absolutely not built because this is fine cast and is an absolute nightmare. It's a complete pig to try and build and scrape all of the sort of little crap bits where the mold material has just poured through. So absolutely awful, but going to carry on chipping away and working on that. And then over here I've built up my squad of Dire Avengers. Now these guys look absolutely amazing, and yeah, really enjoy the pose with the glaive and the shimmer shield or whatever it's called, fan brace thingy on the arm. Yeah, I can't remember the rules, don't at me, as they say. But yeah, got these built up and I've put them onto 28mm bases. So these are slightly larger bases than they're meant to. They're meant to be on, let me just grab it out, 25mm. And you can see it does add about that much space, sort of like a mil on each side really. So it's not a huge difference. It's not like I've gone crazy and gone up to 32mm, but yeah, there is a difference in the size there, but they just look so much better like that. But I've got all 5 of them built and undercoated. However, I've left their heads detached. Their heads are going to be white, so I've just blue tacked those on at the moment. But the bodies are blue, so I wanted to keep them separate so I can have as clean a paint job as I can on the helmets, and yeah, that's why I've done that. So these are going to be painted up like traditional Dire Avengers in normal Dire Avenger colours. So the reason why I put those onto 28mm bases, not only so that their feet didn't hang over the edge of 25s, but because of this brand new kit-ish of the Howling Banshees, and these came with 28.5mm bases direct from GW. So this is why I thought I'd put all of my Aspect Warriors onto the same size bases. And this new kit is absolutely fantastic. I've literally just finished building these and absolutely lovely kit together. Bit of a lack of poses in terms of what you can do yourself. But yeah, they are really, really nice. And yeah, I probably won't go up to a squad of 10 of them, to be honest, just yet. So I'm not too worried about not having too many poses. Now, they come with a little statue in the box. I've completely forgotten the name of this statue, Morai Heg or something like that. And the Dire Avengers come with a little one as well. I haven't done anything with these yet, but I'm going to get them sorted out as kind of like objective markers eventually. Where I have been putting most of my time is working on my wave serpents, and you can see I've even got some paint on it. And that's because you have to sort of paint it as you go with assembling, so I haven't fully assembled it. But yeah, if you paint these engine parts whilst it's unassembled, then it's an awful lot easier, and it's easier to get round to the back too. Sorry, the lighting's really bad. I'm doing a very bad job of being a YouTuber with this video. The engines are really hard to paint and get to if you don't leave it separate. And just because I'm that extra person, I've painted the inside of it as well. And yeah, it's just a really basic job at the moment. I haven't done any weathering, any shading or highlighting. I've just been blocking out some colours just to sort of get it working. So that was that. And I haven't put on the extra gun. There's a gun that goes underneath there because I'm just waiting to pick up some bigger sized magnets. And then, yeah, started painting the top hull. So this is Temple Guard blue, and then I'm going to wash it over with Craftworld green or something like that, just to get that sort of turquoisey look. Something that I have done for this, which I haven't done for any other models at all actually, is magnetizing. So I have completely magnetized the weapons, and yeah, you can see there's a whole pile of them over here, and they're all sticking together. So yeah, I can now swap out my weapon choices and those bits come off, so it's all completely stackable. And yeah, that was something a little fun that I thought I'd try with magnetizing these. I haven't magnetized anything else ever in the hobby. Need to sort out the leaning back that's happening on it as well. But anyway, yeah, I've got the Wave Serpent on the go. I'm not going to bother putting in the pilot. I'm just going to black out the screen. I don't particularly like seeing pilots in vehicles. Like I've used helmets on all of the models. I don't understand why people wouldn't be wearing their helmets on a battlefield. You just don't want bare faces and bare heads walking around. That's a bit crazy to me. Something else that I've just been quickly working on is some plasma marines for my 30k Heresy army. So I collect ultramarines for 30k Horus Heresy, and just add some plastic marines, and just fancied a change from doing Eldar, so just started trimming these up. And I've left the guns separate, so when I spray paint them and start painting them, I'll be able to get to the detail under the chest a lot easier. So for the Space Marines, I've done that. With the Dire Avengers, the only thing, like I say, that I've left separate is the heads, and the guns are stuck on, but there's not too much detail behind the guns. The other really exciting thing, and we're going to clear all of this out of the way as best as we can to make way for them. Adeptus Titanicus. So I've started working on a couple of Cerastus Knights, and you won't be able to see this too much because, like I say, the bad lighting. But yeah, I've built a couple of Cerastus Knights, and these are absolutely fantastic models. They are lovely to put together. Slight little bits of posability in them, but not an awful lot, but just about enough in the arms and things to get a bit of dynamic sort of pose with them. And I've left the panels that I can, I've just blue tacked them on for now, but left the panels as loose as I can, and this top part comes off as well, so that I can paint sort of like the silver metal of the frame separately to the armor panels, because the night house that I'm going to be doing is quite a bright night house, so that's why I undercoated those panels in white. And what I just got from eBay, and I'll link the seller down in the description, is some bits of base terrain, and there's rather a lot. So this is an entire section of 3D printed little barrels. So yeah, loads and loads of barrels, and we've got some Aegis defense line pieces that are pretty cool. So got plenty of those that I can put around onto there. And then just a sheet of little triangular tank traps. So that's something that I'm going to be jazzing up those bases with. That's why they're not glued down onto the bases, because I wanted to do something a bit fancy with these. Because Adeptus Titanicus armies are only fairly small, sort of 5-6 models, I wanted to put in some effort and do something nice with the bases. So, I don't know how well this will fit onto the screen, but in the Horus Heresy Book 5 Tempest, which was where the Ultramarines and the Battle of Calth was introduced by the Forge World Horus Heresy team, there's actually some colour plates of the Knight Houses. So this is House Vornherr. These are also featured in, I think it's the Adeptus Titanicus book Shadow and Iron, or Shadow and Steel, something like that. I'm picking it up from my local game store this week actually, which has got more colour plates. But this is what I'm going to be doing my Cerastus Knights as, with sort of the blue and yellow. So I wanted the white to be able to do yellow properly on it. But there's a couple of really lovely plates in here of House Vornherr. Oh, there's even more this page. I forgot that there was more this way. So yeah, basically just like that. And then flicking further this way, so this is going to be what my actual Titans are going to be, and these are going to be Legio Praesagius. I don't honestly know if that's the correct pronunciation, but yeah, they are sort of white, purpley blue and white. So that's what I'm going to do my Titan Legion as. So I'm going to have House Vornherr and Legio Praesagius as my Titans, and that's going to look pretty cool. Yellow and red and white and blue. Got, yeah, half of the rainbow covered there. So that's what's going on with that. Cool, so that was, yeah, quick update as to what I've been up to. Lots and lots of chopping up bits of plastic and base coating, priming them, and not a lot else, to be honest. So I'm probably going to make this a monthly segment, I think, where I just chat about my hobby progress for the month. I don't think it needs to be a weekly thing. There's only so much time, especially now I'm going back to work, that I can spend on hobbying, unfortunately. So I hope that this was interesting and fun for you. Hopefully the camera not focusing too much wasn't too much of a pain in the arse. Feel free to let me know in the comments though, if you want to. Do please check out this guy on eBay. Like I say, can't remember the name of his store on the top of my head, but it'll be down in the description because these bits are absolutely awesome. He also makes even other bits that are slightly larger, but I thought just on knights I didn't want to go too overboard with a load of crazy stuff on them, so I just went with some of the smaller bits just to and throw some rocks on and stuff and some astrogranite debris, and that would do the trick. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. I'd appreciate it if you want to subscribe to the channel for more shenanigans like this and old CCG business. Hit the thumbs up, drop a comment, etc. and have a fantastic week. I'll catch you all soon. Cheers.